Hi, I'm Lou, another episode of My Car Story. I'm here with Dean Kline. Dean, good to see you.
Likewise.
Dean has an interesting story on his car, so I'm going to let him talk about it. We're at the Muscle Car and Corvette National in Rosemont, Illinois, one of the best muscle car shows to come to in the country, so try to come out and see us. And you can Google that, Muscle Car and Corvette National, but let me grab the cameras, I usually do. And Dean, I'll take the camera. Stand right next to me. Stand right next to me over here. What do you have here today that you brought?
I brought a 64 R-Code Galaxie Convertible,
Now,
R-Code being a 427 2.4 barrel car.
And you tell me a little bit of the story. How many of these do you have?
I've got actually 6 R-Code convertibles.
Dean has 6 of these. Now, Dean, I asked you a specific question. I said, Dean, you got 6 of these. There's not many. How many of them were totally made?
204 total 427 convertibles. They weren't broken down between the R-Code or the Q-Code. They weren't broken down between the XLs and the regular 5.
What's the Q-Code?
Q-Code is a 427 single 4 barrel.
I got you.
The R-Code is a 427 2.4 barrel.
Got it. Okay. So I asked you a question, which was, okay, if you have 6 of them, tell me which one's your favorite. And you said this one. Why is this your favorite?
This is my favorite because, interestingly enough, this came out of my hometown in Hebron, North Dakota.
How many people live in Hebron?
About 800. And the dealer was obviously very muscle or power oriented. And so this actually was a dealership's demonstrator for 1964. So if you wanted to see what the new 64s drove like, this is a demo that you got to try out.
Okay. And come with me, I want to get a shot of the overall look of this car. So you tell the story go ahead, tell the story about how you found this one.
Well, I just was visiting with one of my neighbors who is a Galaxie fanatic, and I told him that the small town that I grew up in, Western North Dakota, there were 2 of them. He kind of rolls his eyes like, that really isn't truthful. A couple of weeks after that, a couple of months after that actually, I saw an eBay ad for an R-Code 427 Galaxie Convertible, and we followed up on it, and I'll be darned if it wasn't the one from my hometown in Hebron, North Dakota. So my wife figured it had my name on it, so we bought it and started the restoration, and here it is.
How long did the restoration take?
Restoration took about 18 months.
How awesome wife do you have who says, yeah, let's go restore this thing? Huh?
She is really tolerant. She's fabulous, the best on the planet.
This is great. This is great. So let's take a look at the interior. I'll let you open the door there. And the Galaxie XL 500 is the luxury model.
Yes, it is.
I mean, it's got some nice features. You can see that right off the bat. I just want to even get kind of the features on the door there. Talking about the color. What color is this car?
Vintage Burgundy is the color.
Vintage Burgundy. Beautiful white interior with this speaker in the back. And this has got to be like a parade going down the highway. A 4-speed, a wonderful console there. You can see. I'm going to feature the interior. Any special stories with this car?
Special story?
Was this your? Well, let me rephrase this. This was your first 427 convertible R-Code, correct?
Yes, it is.
So how excited were you when you had it, and how much did you enjoy showing your neighbor who told you there's not a whole bunch of these? What was the moment like when you brought this over to show him?
Actually, he was at my doorstep when it was being delivered. So he wanted to see it himself firsthand.
He said, I can't believe it. You're going to have to prove it. I'm going to be right there. And it looks fantastic. Let's take a look under the hood. And that's kind of what it's all about right there. You gotta feel good when you pop the hood, don't you, Dean?
I'm sorry?
You gotta feel good when you pop the hood on this, don't you?
Yes, this looks really nice.
Yeah, I mean, it looks good. I mean, even the factory manifold and things, I mean, everything looks really clean on this. 427, great air filter too, right? I mean, it just screams power. What's the horsepower on a car like this?
These were rated at 425 horse.
Wow, that's a lot of horse for 64. That's a lot of horse for 2014. Wow. So this little sucker gets up in boogies. But then again, you got them little tires in the back.
Yes, the
Try
little
not to
tires
smoke
is
them,
kind of fun. Yes, they do go up and smoke pretty easily.
That's got to be. Oh, I'm sure you don't smoke the tires very often, but if you did occasionally, that's got to be kind of a moment. Let's shut the hood. Stand right next to it. We can have you close that hood all the way. I want to get you just right. There we go. Dean, thanks for being on My Car Story.
Thanks. Enjoy.